Was bietet die spogagafa?
Now let's look into the program of spogagafa. Now, apart from the wide range of assortment on offer, what will there be that is new? Now let's look at the main artery, the Trade Fair Boulevard. Under a motto called Green Shopping, we will have several presentations. There is also going to be the piazza between halls and 3 and 4. We are going to be showing shopping trends. One topic, for example, is the targeted use of multimedia tools at the point of sale. How can we use touch screens? How can we include social media such as Facebook or Twitter? How can we ideally use those at the point of sale? I mean, all those hands-on practical examples of innovative media and technology will be given to visitors. Now, one more innovation is yet to come. Our new concept, Garden Unique. That is our new baby, as we're calling it, within Cologne Messe. About a year ago, together with 30 other top manufacturers of the field of gardening, but also with architects and designers working on project business and contracting segment, we have put together an attractive format to present outdoor concepts. Now, apart from the visual experience, Garden Unique is going to appeal to all of the human senses. There's going to be sound, light, there is going to be scent, all of that complementing the effect of Garden Unique. Just a few more words about our commitment of looking after a spogagafa community year-round, and that is something we find important because on our blogs we actually see an interesting exchange of information around spogagafa and around green topics. We're obviously pleased to see that, and I would like to invite you to join this spogagafa community. But we're very much looking forward to not just seeing you on our blog and on our website, but live and kicking here at spogagafa in Cologne.
Quer durch alle Produktkategorien geht der Trend auch weiterhin zu gehobener Qualität.
Now, right across all product categories, the trend is clearly towards quality. Good brand products with reliable quality and good design are always more in demand than cheap, uninteresting goods, and they ensure reliable sales for the trade. Many consumers are prepared to invest in the individual design and the structuring of their garden or balcony, and therefore also they are ready to equip it for leisure activities outdoors. Ladies and gentlemen, let us just briefly cast a look at the garden market as it presented itself last year. According to a current study by IBH Retail Consultants, the volume of the garden market in Germany alone was 14.7 billion euros. Greenery accounts for about 63% of that total, and the remaining 37% is generated with garden hardware, as we tend to call it. 51% of German households have a garden, which they intensively equipped, cared for, used and loved in 2010. Generally speaking, we can say that following the weak year in 2009, owed to the financial crisis, the situation in the garden market and garden industry has been steadily improving since last year. We did very well indeed, and we recorded double-digit growth when compared to the previous year. And there was also a significant increase of around 5% were achieved in 2010 in the equipment, machinery and garden furniture segments. The year was not quite so successful for greenery and biochemical products. Now, across all lines of business, the German Garden Industry Association and experts at IBH Retail Consultants have jointly calculated a 2.2% increase in the garden for the garden market as a whole for Germany in 2010.
My question is, how is important this fair for the contract business? For architects, for interior designs, now in a medium place. Okay.
Das
Well, the business of architects or contractors is certainly interesting in the field of garden unique. Now, we're obviously trying to cooperate with other trade fairs here in the Cologne Messe portfolio, the Cologne Messe Furniture Fair and Orgatec, for example. So we try to use a very wide database to get direct access into international visitors from specifically this segment or these segments, to be more precise. And that gives us a good opportunity to dig in also when it comes to direct marketing. But we've also got partnerships on the media side that have grown, and we're addressing them directly, and we're getting a very positive feedback. I've got a question based on marketing, really. You can see that budgets are more and more not moving to retailers but towards consumers. So that trade fairs actually have to face the consequences. I mean, what is the trend for the next 2 or 3 years? Certainly also if you bear in mind that the mass media and the social media actually tend to establish a more and more direct link between manufacturers and consumers without the trade in the middle. What do you think about that?
Dieses Thema beschäftigt nicht nur die Industrie, sondern auch den Handel.
I think that's a topic that's not just interesting for manufacturers, but also for traders and dealers. And certainly, over the last year, there have been a lot of interesting reports on multi-channel companies that actually have a strong final consumer focus as well. They are not just looking at interim dealers or distribution channels, that they were the companies that grew most successfully in all areas, actually. And if you permit that I transfer that to the marketing mix of a brand manufacturer. So, for example, we actually do lots of things together with final consumers as well when it comes to swimming aids, for example, or swimming implements. But that doesn't mean that we do not continue to see the trade fair as the main important tool for reaching consumers, reaching business clients. We have seen the degree of internationalism of the trade fair visitors. I mean, a normal medium-sized company could never imagine to visit all of these companies, all of these visitors, and present their collection. And certainly spogagafa really emphasizes its quest to be a trade fair with a huge bandwidth, a real hub for this industry, and gives lots of impulses and a lot of interesting things that you could never have if you were just visiting an in-house fair. And you can see the success of the trade fair scheme is tremendous. So I would think a lot of people would agree with me. They would want to be represented at this trade fair.